Buongiorno. Buongiorno. So, why did I title this Doing Stuff? Because we're doing stuff. We are doing stuff. Good morning, everyone. I didn't quite triple the wrenches, but it was close. 1, 2, 3. I added 3 as far as I can remember. Robert, you should be having a wrench, but I don't see it. So that's kind of strange. Just giving folks a little bit of time. A little bit of time to get her. It takes time. It takes like 30 minutes. I'm not gonna chit-chat about nonsense for 30 minutes. That'd be crazy. Yeah, Robert is supposed to have a wrench as well. Part of the reason. Yeah, it's supposed to be there. I don't see it. So, I don't know what that's about. I'll check it out tonight. I can only do that from my laptop, which is at my house, which I am away from for the next 9 hours. Sheriff's Office Civil Process Server in front of me. All right. I didn't watch the middle of the night, basically, stream from Owen. So I don't know everything that he says there. I'll listen to it later. But I spammed his comment section. I did that. I can be spammy at times, guys. I can be spammy at times. But it's not self-serving. That's all I can say about that. Yeah, I want people to watch the video, but it's because I want people to know the truth. Yeah, it's too easy. It's too easy to know. It's too easy to realize that it's 100% satanic. It's not even shrouded. It's like when you do research on Scientology, and you're like, well, I mean, maybe they have a point. Oh, it was written by a sci-fi writer. Well, I mean, you know, that one time that he wasn't writing sci-fi, maybe, it already was sci-fi, and it just got converted into a religion. Well, I mean, maybe something special was happening when he was writing that sci-fi, you know? He literally wrote it, as a means to subvert people. That's interesting. I mean, all you have to do is do a little bit of reading, and it doesn't take that much work, guys. And about the verse, I gave my wife all the verses. I gave my wife all the verses that I was reading yesterday. But some will fall away from the faith. It's a mystery to me, you know, a little mysterious. Trepidation, not paranoia. Don't get me wrong. They shouldn't cause us paranoia. They should cause us some trepidation. We should always be in awe of our Creator, and reverent, for sure. Yeah, I don't. My water got in my ear, so anyway. So doing stuff. Last night, I ran about an hour and 15-minute stream. I just hopped on, threw on a tune, one of my favorite songs in the whole wide world. That will probably maybe it'll get flagged eventually. I would really, really love to get full permission from Jackie Hill Perry. Let her know that I'm possibly her biggest. Well, we had a good run, guys. That's funny. I gave Sing Along Bear a run too. I am possibly the lightest skinned fan, male, of Jackie Hill Perry. If you find like an albino dude somewhere that loves Jackie Hill Perry more than me, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But I think it would be funny. I mean, not funny like hysterical, just funny in context of what I just said, basically. Like, oh yeah, no, this albino dude, straight up awesome. By the way, I've known a couple of actual albino people, and it reminds me of The Short Thing. You know, sometimes we have things that make us different, right? And we think of those things more than other people think of those things. Just kind of interesting. I'll leave that at that. So, my ear is getting tickled by the water. Little alligator hunting boat. I didn't say Bono. I don't know nothing about no Bono. I really never got into the U2 thing or any of that. I don't know anything about any of that. I mean, I know about it from Owen, but I don't know anything about that. But let's talk about what happened last night. Okay, this is really important. Last night I hop on. I devoted it by the end of it. It was 1 hour and 15 minutes, and I was able. This is a rate of about 20 minutes each. Okay, at a rate of about 20 minutes, per facility, I was able to secure a landlord entity, but more importantly, a mailing address for the owner of 3. Are you hearing what I said? In an hour and 15 minutes, I got 3. So about 20 minutes each. Listen, I have 200 and something subscribers. I'm wanting to get up to 1,000. As many people are interested in philosophy, the gospel, living the Christian life pragmatically. The chief purpose of my YouTube is to help, not just for you really, and of course you can just open up the book, obviously, but I want to focus on pragmatic ways that we as Christians can live out our life, not the exclusive ways, because everybody has a different calling. I'm not going to be talking about how to be a missionary in Cambodia. That's not my expertise. I could give you some pointers because my undergraduate was at a missionary school, basically, Toccoa Falls College. There are literally thousands and thousands of missionaries all over the world that went to Toccoa Falls College. they're pumping them out. Anyway, that's not going to be what I'm focusing on. If you ever want pointers, fine, it's good. But my focus is going to be on the different ways within my skill set to pragmatically do things that are gospel related. Sharing truth in love, showing the love of Christ to others, being light in the darkness, being the salt of the earth. Here's a funny thing. I want to share this with anybody that knows anything about the beach culture. I don't know if you've ever seen this bumper, and you could live anywhere in America and probably have seen this bumper sticker or vinyl or whatever. But here it is. To bear the gospel. That's exactly right, Robert. I know I didn't make a mistake with you. So here's the thing. Salt life. Oh boy, gridlock traffic. Gridlock. And I only left like 20 minutes early. This is garbage. Why are you wanting to get over? What's that going to do for you? Why do tractor trailers? Honestly, I think they enjoy compounding. Ew. Oh, he burned his brakes slowing down for this. That's what that horrible smell is. Oh my gosh. I hate tractor trailers' brakes smell. I mean, all brakes, I guess, smell a bad way, but tractor trailers really grind it out. Salt Life, the bumper sticker. I was had no idea what it meant for so long. I was like, oh, Salt Life, that's awesome. Yeah, salt of the earth. Awesome, bro. Salt Life, that's what it's all about. And then I'm like, oh, I found out like years in that Salt Life had nothing to do with the Bible. And it was simply just salt from the ocean and the beach. And I was like, so disappointed. That's legit. And in that way, that's a little bit of my autist coming out. Oh, no, it's all good. You can answer your phone. I never answer my phone. Because my phone has been hijacked. Basically. My phone number. I can't. It's no longer a phone to me, basically. It's just a miniature computer. Baldy Locks is saying that because, or Intoxicating Masculinity is saying that because he called me. I didn't answer. I don't answer. But he's in my contacts now, so it's different. Anyway, trying to get all this excess water out of my ear, it's like really frustrating, especially to just be talking about it. To the world. It's not to the world though. I don't know if I could handle a PewDiePie level of subscriptions. I mean, I just do the exact same thing. It's not that I couldn't handle it. I don't think that's why I know that that's why I know that I'll never get a high level of subscriptions, is because I'm not pandering. But I will tell you something about me, which I do all the time apparently. I'm a sucker for the money. So like, let me explain what I just said. So if you were like, say, I want you to say this, here's $100, or I'll pay you $500 if you say this on stream. Yeah, that's not how it works. And that's not how I work at all. I'm not going to be motivated that way. I'll pay off all of your debt. I'll pay off, I don't have a mortgage, I rent, but I have over $100,000 of debt, especially thanks to student loans. Not even a mortgage, and I've got all this debt. Isn't that amazing? It's not amazing. Debt is terrible. And it's literally terrible. What is going on over there? What are those? Oh, those are like those big old radio tower things. But if you were to be like, I'll give you $150,000 to denounce everything you've ever said regarding Jesus or any of that, I'll give you 1.5 million. I'll give you 1.5 billion. Obviously, I wouldn't do that. Obviously. I'll give you blah 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 amount of money to say that smoking is cool. Yeah, no, that's not how it works. However, if you say, here's $20, I'd like you to do a stream all about marijuana, and I'll be like, $20 is a little low to talk about something that like that. However, you got me. You got me. I'll take that $20 and I'll do a stream all about marijuana. Fine. One stream, or a portion of a stream. But I would deep dive. I'd give you facts. You probably wouldn't like what I had to say, but to save the time and trouble for anybody that is interested in such a ridiculous topic, my stance is pretty much the same as what Owen says on that, which is extremely baffling to me. So we don't, by any means, but on that, anyway, moving on. It was really tangential. I'm just telling you that if you're interested in a specific topic, tip is the fastest way to put fire underneath my toes. It's a motivator, guys. That's all. But that doesn't mean it'll motivate me to jump off a mountain. I mean, otherwise I would have taken a fat old life insurance policy 10 years ago and then jump off a mountain. If I was really motivated by money and I wanted to solve the problems, that's not how I operate. That's not my mission. The gospel is. So this thought occurred to me, and I want to share this with you. That was really, really way out there. Sorry about the last 10 minutes or 5 minutes. I'm in traffic. Terrible, horrible traffic. Behind a Quebec. Somebody from Quebec. Yeah, I think I'm saying that properly. So this thought hit me, and I was like, oh, nah. You're going to regret saying this. But I'm not. I'm not going to regret saying this. It hit me in the morning as I was getting showered upon. Yeah, check out Intoxicating Masculinity's song. It's a good song. It's a good song. All right. So, prayer. Prayer requests specifically. If you got any, if you have any, put them in the comment section. If you have a prayer request, and it's possible that the reason that it could be a Holy Spirit thing. I might be picking up on something. I don't know. But if you have a prayer request, you're watching this, go ahead and when the video's over, post it in the comment section. If you leave it in the chat stream, you can do that too. It's just going to be more effective to leave it as a comment at the end. That requires you to remember to do that later. It shouldn't be that hard, guys. Quebec. Nah, Quebec. 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 It just depends. Canadian French is different than Frenchy French. So, whatever. But yeah, if you have a prayer request, go ahead and share it. I appreciate not having to think about myself as much. And I need to focus outward more. So, by the way, I hope I've made it abundantly clear that I'm not worried about tomorrow and that I know that God has me. I say this stuff about my life, about the fact that I'm a father, a single income family of $14 an hour. That's $28,000 a year for a family of 5 with no, anyway. So I say all of that, and I say that I'm confident in God's providence, in His love, in His grace, mercy, that I'm fine. And I say that with absolute confidence. And I share all those details that are apparently really vulnerable to some people as a means of showing pragmatically to whomever watches, dude, like it was obvious that the person in front of you was stopped. I watched that happen. Like, that was some last second braking ignorance. Just, you should have your foot on the brake and stop and go traffic, not slamming on the gas. You shouldn't get to 7th gear or 19th gear or anything like that when the average speed is 4 miles an hour. Some tractor trailers that just, the meth. Too much meth. Yes, I'm distractible. That happens. I apologize, but not really. But I mean, maybe a little bit. Try and do better. I share that stuff to basically as a living testimony, right? God is good. My family's never starved, and we've never lost our home. We've never been evicted. I've paid the rent on time, always. I process mortgage refinances every day. That's what I do. The initial documents, right? I get to look at hundreds and hundreds of people's income and their payment record history. And I see people making literally 10 times more money than me, paying a mortgage literally the same as my rent. Literally. Like a $900 mortgage. Late. Making over $250,000 a year. One home, all they own, they can't pay their credit cards or their mortgage on time. Because I don't know what they're doing with their time. I mean, my imagination goes wild, but I don't have a clue what they're doing with their time. As for me, I focus on taking care of my family and trying to be responsible. And I've never missed a mortgage. I've never had a mortgage. I've never missed a rent payment. Never even been late. And that's not a brag at all. I mean, I'll brag on God all day long. Because many times, well, okay, like 3 times, that was because I had assistance. The church has been good to me, and I'm saying the church in a more universal sense, because I've been in a lot of different churches that have gotten it. My wife and I have a really good track record for finding churches that get it. And I know what to look for the most part. So if you're searching for a church, that's another thing I might be able to help with and or pray for. Anyway, so I wanted to share that with you about prayer requests, if you have any. I'm not a big fan of the whole unspoken thing, but if that's what you feel like you need to do, then I'm not going to ignore you. I'm going to pray for for God to give you a little more boldness, vulnerability. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, but people will make fun of you, and people will say really mean things, and they sure will. They sure will. I wonder the bridge has been out before, and I've had to go reroute, and it took like over an hour. I don't know what's going to happen this morning. I'm just here. I was just really excited, guys, that I got no less than 3 facilities info last night. That's literally 3. So 10% would be 70. 5% would be 35. So 0.5%. I got literally half of 1% of the entire list in 1 hour and 15 minutes. 1/2 of 1% in 1 hour and 15 minutes. So if that gives you scope and perspective, then that gives you scope and perspective. Hopefully it does. This whole time I should have been in the left lane. Woe is me. I'm kidding. Not woe is me. I missed the comment that you said that Robert apparently brought up. Bros Rent, blah blah blah, Jehovah Jireh. Definitely how to find churches that get it. Yeah, I agree. That would be a good streaming topic. How to find. So I did do that though by sharing a sermon. If you go on my channel, you'll see a video that looks like ocean waves. It's a little slow motion video that I did. On that video, my video is meaningless. It's just simply a video as a placeholder to a link to a sermon that my pastor did. And I because of how many churches I've been to, I posted that because I highly, highly recommend that you watch that sermon or listen to it. And that is exactly, I couldn't do it much better. I'll talk about it. I'll do it. I don't mind duplicating, but he does an excellent job. He does an excellent job. So that's that. And I'm back to 60 miles an hour. Going normal again because, well, whatever. I'm going to be to work on time. That's good. Yay. I should have drinking a cup of water this morning. I just wanted to say that to everybody, that sometimes I don't do what I know I should do. And that process of us not doing what we know we should, it happens all the time. I know I should do this. It happens all the time. Doing stuff, I think, is what I titled this video. What else am I doing? What else am I doing? Very slowly let me tell you what happened to the video that I originally titled Commune 2024. And obviously you can tell that if you watch the video. I'm pretty sure that I say commune. Obviously I'm not a fan of communism. Absolutely, Robert. Robert gets it. We'll figure out where your wrench is, Robert. We'll figure out. So then I changed it to Compound 2024. And then I was like, yeah, that's kind of true, literally, but not what I'm looking for yet. So I changed it again to an old English. Old English. I don't know. I'm not an expert at all. I've done very little research of Old English. Like free t-shirts. Thanks. Appreciate you. You pronounce it like this. Nay Heil. I just realized something about that. Nay Heil. Oh no. Oh no. I wondered if it sounded like anything bad. German speakers might get it. And that's not at all what I was going for. Ay, ay, ay. Oh no. Nihil is Old English. Ecclesia. I love that word, by the way, ecclesia. It's Greek. It's a good word. Nihil is neighborhood in Old English. So that's what I was going for. We can change it up. It doesn't matter. There didn't need to be a single word. What I was thinking, actually, was somehow making up a word, just a new word. I just wanted to make a new word. Why am I talking about this right now? It's because it's part of what I'm doing. But right now, I can only focus on so many things at a time. Assembly 2024. It's not bad. I just don't want it to be mistaken for anything to do with AOG. No offense for any AOGers out there. But maybe a little offense. I'm just not into it. I'm not a cessationist, but I'm not into AOGers. I'm sorry, not sorry. So, anyway, yeah, AOG is straight up beyond Pentecostal. Faux show. I couldn't read that a whole message, but I'll thumb back through with this thing right here. I'll do that. I'll check it out when it's not life-threatening. I'll check it out when it's not life-threatening, okay? So, moving on. I want to devote most of my time to Operation Baby Landlord. Okay? So that's my primary focus right now. Accumulating as many people that I can. Need to get as many people researching as possible. Because basically what that would mean is it would take me 200 nights are you all getting into a Catholic debate in the chat? I would take me 200 nights to finish the list. But if there's 20 of us doing similar work and you're learning how to do it from my instructions, then it would take us, what 10? Is that how that worked? 200, 220? I mean, hypothetically, we could do it in a couple of weeks. If 20 of us were devoting an hour, or 100 of us were devoting 20 minutes, if there was 100 of us devoting 20 minutes, then we would be able to finish